This is a guide for Haru Urara in Uma Musume Pretty Derby. I'm going to show you how to build her, how to beat career with her, a bunch of tips and tricks with this character, and different options of how to use this character. So Haru is one of the best characters early on because she is one of the best characters early for farming level 3 sparks because her career is super easy. It's like the easiest career out of all the characters I'm aware of. Now, the weird thing about her, though, is her growth rate is plus 20% for guts and plus 10% for power. So the power is kind of nice, but guts, at least in the current version of the game, it's not very good. So we kind of just ignore that. I've never trained guts on her for any serious thing. So now the question is, what's your goal? Are you just trying to beat career with her, or are you trying to cheese to get an A rank that's not very good for PvP, or are you trying to get a super good PvP build on her that's B rank or above, as high as you can possibly get? Each of those options are going to lead you to different builds. So if you're just trying to cheese her, then what you'll do is you'll go for 3 speed support and 3 wit support. Also, when we go to build her, the main thing for legacies that she needs is either power or speed, because one of the problems that Haru has is that she is a late runner or an end runner. And these characters, they don't have enough power. They lose so often, it's insane. You can be #1 favorite to win and still lose if your power is not like 400, 600, 800 and on as it goes on, basically. So you want to get power as much as possible. It just depends on what your goal is here. I also had a video about how you can cheese in order to get 600 speed or 600 of any stat before the first serious race and then just end it over and over again. That's also a thing, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. So for her, you just pick whatever sparks can give speed or power. That's like your main goal here. And then if you want to min-max for either winning career or just building her in general, if you can help it, I don't have a good setup for it right now, but if I had good speed sparks that also came with late runner sparks, that is what I would want for her, ideally. So I get late up to S tier by the end of the career. And that also helps then for PvP as well. And it just helps with the career, be able to finish it easier. Like I was saying, if you're going to try to cheese for an A rank that's not that great at PvP, you can do 3 speed and 3 wit cards and just pick the best ones that you have. If you don't know what the good ones are, you can look up different tier lists online from the players who played in Japan for 3 years and already know all that stuff. That's like the way A rank cheese. Then what you would want to do, I don't know if I have a deck ready right now, but what I would want to do if I was actually going for a PvP build is I would go, instead of these staminas, I would take power ones instead. I don't think these power ones are even that great. But you would want to do like 3 speed, 3 power, or 4 speed and 2 power. Or some people like to do 3 speed, 1 wit, and 2 power. It's up to you which version of that you like. But if you're doing her standard and trying to build her for PvP, then you might want to do it that way. One of the things with wit is you can get enough wit, then it makes her more reliable. But if your cards suck, it's probably better to get 1200 speed and like 1000 power if possible, rather than 1200 speed, 600, 500 power, and then like 400 wit. So, I mean, it just depends. And it depends on what your goal is here. For this run, I'm going to go for this setup. I probably will not be able to get an A rank with this level of support cards with these bad sparks. But we'll get as close as we can. Hopefully, we'll get at least a B+ on this. And during this, you'll be able to learn all the little things you need to know in order to be more consistent on your career and hopefully get it every single time. So my starting stats were pretty bad. It's not total horrible because I had a bunch of 2 stars, but speed 46, power 12, and long aptitude went up, okay? So not great. Sparks help an insane amount. So with this strategy, what I'm going to be doing, it's going to be, we're mainly going to be doing power and speed. And if we have to pick something else for friendship, we will, but we'll try to avoid it as much as we can. So like this turn, the best 2 are guts and power. So of course we're going to do power. Now we got 3 on power, so we're going to do that. Wow, 4 on speed. All right, this is actually starting off with a pretty good run. So this turn, everything's just 2, 2, and 2. And while I could do stamina to get the hint, I have failure rate above 10%. You don't want to do above 10% generally, but even at 3% and stuff, you can fail. I literally had to run die because I had a 7% failure rate and failed before on like a plus 50 gain I would have had. So that happens. The other thing is, so I really need a rest. I feel like the smart thing to do here would be rest, but we also need to do recreation at some point as well. But unfortunately, I am just going to go ahead and rest. I want to get mood up to great as soon as possible, but I don't really want to have to give up friendship training in order to do it. We're going to want to get these friendships up as fast as possible. Ideally, almost all of them fully up to orange before summer hits next year in the game. Okay, so we could do 3 on guts or 1 on power plus the director, and this is one of those scenarios. Okay, we'll do guts, even though I just want to do the power and the speed. And the reason I want to do just power and speed is because I want to level up the training. I want to get it to level 5 because if I can get it to level 5, the stat gains are way higher. So this turn, we only have 2 on guts, 2 on stamina. Finally, this is my chance for recreation. Let's hope I get lucky. I did not get lucky. I only went up to good mood. If I can get to great mood, because of the mood effect bonus on most of these cards, it'll make me get way more stats. So here we are again, though. I can do 1 on speed or nothing on power or 2 on something else. I'm just going to go ahead and do recreation. The earlier I can do it, the better, because it's just like the extra stat gain over, 10, 20 turns is going to add up to like 100 stats and beyond, potentially. So for a lot of other characters, we'd have to worry about stamina for the stamina checks, but for this character, because we're doing power and speed, we will coincidentally get all the stamina we need. We only need like 200 to 300 stamina by the end to make it pretty consistent. We've got another turn with 1, 1, and 3 on guts, so we'll do guts again. Now it's time for the debut race. So this is where, and you're going to experience this too probably, is she just will lose this and come in second place so often. So I'm the #1 favorite, but I think the problem is because she starts late. She can get body blocked this early on because she doesn't have enough power to break through. Like, until you get like 400 power, it's possible for her to just, in the calculation, just get stuck behind someone and not get past. So hopefully we get first, but don't be surprised if you get second, even with insane stats. Like, it happens so often with this character, it's crazy. So now after that, we're at the easiest part of this. Is just why it's so easy to do this character. So we have 25 turns to get 3,800 fans. Now, the ideal way to do this is to wait until the last 2 turns before the goal, and there will be 2 races there that either one of them, if you win them, you'll just in one single race get enough fans, and that'll save you an entire turn. So that's like the optimal way that we're going to try to do, and we're just going to keep on trying to train either power or speed whenever we can. I'm going to prioritize speed. Like, if there's 1 on speed and 1 on power, I'm going to prioritize speed because speed gives power, and because we really need speed. Speed is the main determinant to make wins consistent. So far, this run's been going really good. I would rate this run like an 8 out of 10 on luck so far. We're almost done with the first year. And coming up on the first year's end, there's something important to try to do, although it's not always possible to line it up, which is January, you get to have an opportunity for an energy restoration event. So unfortunately, I am going to have to rest. If I do get the big rest, then I won't have any space for. Okay, we got a decent amount of empty energy there. So at the start of every year, there's always these options. One of them, it's obvious which one usually if you read the text. Sleep will aid in growth. That one for her is the energy up. Any event that you can get that'll give energy up is humongous. That's why I like Twin Turbo. She has a few different events that'll give you like plus 30 energy and stuff. So cards that do that are really massive in my opinion. Because energy, the less you have to rest, that's more turns to train. And if you have a lot of cards that can help get energy back, it could literally give you an additional 5 turns or more of training by having to rest less. So we get our first inspiration. It's late March, and because my sparks weren't that great, we're going to get 26 speed, 19 power. So that's pretty rough. If you have all 3-star sparks, that could have been like, and affinity, that could be like 70 or 100 or something. I don't remember exactly, but a lot more. So we're coming up on our 2 race opportunities. There's this one right here next cycle, next turn, and then the one after that. This will be at the start of summer, so we don't want to do that one. We want to do this one, so we can train and then do it, but we'll have almost no energy left, and then we'll come into summer with no energy, or we can rest right now and hopefully have some energy at the start of summer. So I'm going to have to sacrifice those training sessions for the opportunity for that. Okay, so it's time for this race. We're going to go ahead and look at our skills. It's time to buy some skills. Gold skills give you a lot more rank at the end for like getting A rank and stuff. So we'll try to get some of these. We're going to get the ones for stamina, I guess, first. So we'll get one of those. And we're going to go ahead and see how we do in this race. We really need to win this thing, but, you know, it's all luck. Like, I don't know if I'll be #1 favored to win, but even if I was, I could still just get 16th place randomly. Like, it totally happens. Okay, look. #1 favorite. Now, let's really hope here that it actually lets us win. Okay, good. So many times with this game, you know, you still have like a 5% chance or something to get like last place. And so a lot of times you'll do that, and it'll be like, okay, I'm favored to win. Higher stats than everybody by 1.5 miles. And you view results, and you're in last place. Like, that happens so much, it's crazy, actually. So now it's summer. Unfortunately, not very lucky. Only 1 person on speed. So summer can really determine whether you get an A or not. If you have a good summer where there's like all 3 of my speed characters on speed, next turn, all 3 of my power characters on power, and like stuff like that happens a few different times in the 2 different summers, that can literally be like plus, 200 stats by the end or more. So like right here, decent, but unfortunately 1 from the speed, but still 3 cards. So 27 plus 17. All right, we'll take it, So now there's this training with a giant failure rate. It's not worth only one person on the training, so go ahead and skip that. And then for our last one, we have this speed that's pretty mediocre, but better than nothing at least. So I would rate this summer like a, I don't know, 5 out of 10. It was pretty just mid. So we're in this interesting position right here. So what I would like to do is the G1 race in, I think, 4 turns, was it? Yeah, right here. We have our G1 race that we can do that is actually a dirt mile. So the thing is, Haru gets very few opportunities to do G1 races. So if you can do this one and get lucky enough to win it, that's really good if you're trying to build it for Sparks. And even if you're just doing it for the career mode, like trying to get an A rank, G1s give the most skill points, so it's still not bad. And we are going to have to get 12,000 fans anyway. So if we can get enough fans, I think we need 2,500 then in order to get to 10,000. Actually, we need 12,000. So we actually can't even unlock that with a single race maybe, unless there's one that has 3,800 fans in the lead up to it, which it looks like there's not. So I'm probably not going to do it, but this is where having high-level support cards would be amazing. Like if I had all level 50 support cards, the fan bonus from them would have gotten me enough fans just from those races to where I could just do like this race, and then I would have had enough fans to be able to do it. But I don't want to have to lose 2 turns for it. I'm not trying to build Sparks right now. That'd be like my #1 interest in doing this for building Sparks. So instead, I'm going to wait till the last turn and then do one of these ones for plus 3,800. And if the game gives me 16th place on a #1 favorite to win, then we're out of the career and GG go next. And otherwise, we'll hopefully earn the 12,000 fans with just one race and save a turn for training. We just got our first bad luck, so mood down for absolutely no reason. But we're going to rest here, and sometimes when you're lucky, winning a race will actually increase mood. So hopefully we'll get lucky here. Also, before doing it, make sure to top up your skills if it's a critical point. Like, brothers, if I lose this, that's the end of this career. So I better just buy a gold skill here, and we'll see what happens here. So I hopefully will be #1 favorite to win. Let's see what we got. #1 favorite to win with double circle in all 3. This is the kind of situation where you view results and you get last place with like a 5% chance. It's ridiculous, but let's see. Okay, whew, got lucky. By lucky, I mean I got exactly what I deserved and didn't get unlucky. Okay, I accidentally skipped it, but that got the mood up, so that's great. That was the lucky thing. I don't know if it was because of the goal or because of the race, but we got mood up. That's what we need. Saves us a turn of doing recreation. That's huge. All right, and then I missed the recording of it, but immediately cursed. We got mood down and we got slacker. So we just got screwed terribly. So luck just for this run just went from an 8 down to like a 6 already. We have to waste the turn immediately on the infirmary and hope it gets rid of it. And it didn't get rid of it. All right, luck went from an 8 to a 7 now on this run, and you can quickly see how runs can devolve from an A rank run down to a B+ run. So we have to get rid of that because there's RNG chance for slacker to make us not show up to the training. And thank goodness we got rid of the slacker. And now we have to get back to it. But that's 2 turns just deleted. We got the random event for the bushel of carrots at the beginning at the end of January. Every 2nd January, there's an event where you either get tissues, carrot, bushel of carrots, or really rarely you can get a hot spring ticket. But yeah, it increased mood, and that is great. So a little bit of luck. I would say now I'm rating the luck overall for this back up to a 7. It's a 6 or a 7 now on luck, so doing pretty decent. I'm gonna ignore all skills until I get these 2 gold ones, because the gold ones give so much value for the ranking at the end. We got our first real race here, her actual goal race. It's only place a top 5. So this one should be easy unless it decides to put me in last place, and we got first. Now we get the part where it's one race after another. She has a big cluster of races here. So we get 1 turn off, and then we have to race again. So now we got a G1 race. I forgot to check if there were even G1 races before this. I actually forgot if they even aren't. If you do want to do G1 races, that's mainly for the Sparks. Hopefully we'll get first. And we got cursed and got 5th. Even though it said we were #4 favorite to win, we honestly should have gotten first based on our stats. Our stats are insanely high right now. The only thing lacking is speed is even with power. Really, we'd want speed to be like 800, power 500, but when you have 3-3 split between power cards and speed cards, it's really hard to control which way it goes. So I'm trying to prioritize speed, but I've gotten power cards so many times that I'm actually dead even. Either way, though, our stats are good enough for a sprint that we should have easily gotten first on that, so that was just unlucky. And, of course, it was on the G1 race, so that sucks for Sparks, and that sucks for skill points and everything else, so When luck hits hard, like when bad luck hits, it always loves to hit real hard. Wow, look at that training. It's too bad it's only power level 3. If I was level 5, this would be like plus 50. That's why it's so important to try to get those leveled up early. And there's just nothing you can really do to make them go much faster. But yeah, if that was level 5, that would have been massive. And now it's time for the final inspiration. And this is where my sparks being really horrible is kind of an issue. So let's see what we got. We got 44 speed, 13 power. That's not horrible. But if you have 3-star sparks across the board, it would have been massive. And we'd be up a lot more stats right now. Also, I want to take a moment to note we're in early April. We have 700 speed and 663 power. This is not going to be enough to get A rank, but it hopefully will be enough to get B rank if it goes well. But at least B. We're getting B for sure. It just depends on what kind of luck we have. Like, this luck's terrible. There's nobody in power or speed at all. I shouldn't do this one. It's a 10% chance to fail, but I really want to finish getting the mood up with the director. So, like, honestly, no, I want to so bad, but it's not worth the risk. It's such a good run. It's not the best run ever, but it's a pretty good run. Really don't want to throw it away. But man, look at this luck we're getting. Now we're getting another turn where there's no friendship training at all, followed by another turn with no friendship training. And I made a big mistake there. I should have rested instead of training in case there's friendship training on this turn, which of course there is one. But again, just one friendship training. Like, in order to get an A rank, you need to have a decent amount of luck with getting double or triple friendship trainings. I have not had a triple friendship training the entire run, and I've only had a double friendship training maybe like 3 or 4 times, I think, in this entire run. So like over 60 turns or 40 turns, whatever I'm at. Oh, here we go. We got number 4 or whatever this is. Like, it's been so rare. And that's, like, again, where luck, and I've talked about luck so much in this, there's nothing you can do about it, right? That, like, an A versus A plus versus B plus run, obviously you can control your supports, you can control your sparks, you have 0 control over the luck, though, and it's just whatever you get. So in this one, we got power is going to give 32 plus 15. At this point, we're just taking whatever one gives the most stats. And also, one thing that sucks about Haru Uraru, I can't even say her name right now. One thing that's bad about her career, she has 1 race in the middle of the second summer, but it's not a huge deal. It's inconvenient, but it's not the end of the world. It's a G1 3800 fan race. It should be easy unless the game just wants to curse the run, because #1 favorite, double circle in all, and first. Okay, I've had last place with odds like that before, though. So now we got bad luck in summer, only 1 friendship bonus. Like, summer's when you really need the double and triple. Well, really, it's the first summer where you really want double and triple friendship bonuses, because as far as I can understand, summer's basically like having level 5 training on everything. And so the second summer, it doesn't matter as much. Like, if I have triple speed on speed in summer versus now, it's going to be similar results. So if I was trying to get an A rank, we'd be in a pretty bad situation here, because we need to get speed up to 1,000 or 1,100, and we need power up to 1,100. It's late September. It's impossible to get that high at this point, because I've had like 6 out of 10 luck overall. I've had like 8 out of 10 luck when it comes to not getting mood down and not getting, you know, not illnesses, but whatever you'd want to call them. I have to go to the infirmary. Even though I did have 1 and I had 2 mood downs, that's really not that bad at all. But when it comes to friendship training, although I screwed myself on that, this was the friendship training I needed. And 27% chance. Why don't I just risk it all, dude? Screw it. And cursed failure. Don't ever do that. That's why you don't do that. And now we're going to get mood down, speed down. We're kind of throwing the run, unfortunately. But the reason I did it is because we're kind of cooked. Like, we're not getting an A. And once you're not getting an A, like, well, what's it even matter? Like, I'm going to finish the career no matter what, especially if I'm willing to risk any alarm clocks. But I really, like, that was the one I needed. And even then, I don't know if I'd be able to get an A on this run. But I really needed that plus 40 speed. Like, I had to go for that, and unfortunately it didn't pan out. Yeah, and here we are, more just terrible luck. Either 1 friendship training or no friendship training every turn, and that's just kind of how it's been at the end. So, probably not getting an A at this point, but we'll try to go for the B+. I feel like if I could have gotten that 1 training that I failed on, the chance of me getting a B+ would have been pretty darn high, but now it's looking kind of sketchy. I'm going to go for the gold skills, though. Gold skills give, like I said before, gold skills give more points towards the ranking. Maybe that I can salvage at least a B+. And now it's time for her race, which is the one where you lose no matter what, unless you have, how many sparks is it? What's 18 sparks for perf and long. in which case it is possible for her to win, but most of you are not going to have that this early on. That'd be crazy to have those sparks. All right, so all that's done, and now we're on to the finale. The only issue with the finale is I don't have 1,000 speed. Oh, well, this is nice at least. Now at the end, I could have used up, about 5 more of these throughout the career. That would have been real nice, but I need speed so bad because not having 1,000 speed makes it way more likely that I actually lose these any one of these races. And this is where if you have alarm clocks and you're willing to use them, it's nice. So no matter what it says here for the favorites, it says I'm number 2. I'm number 1 favorite for all these. The only reason it says that is because I have no wit and guts, but they're not really important for the way that I'm built right now. Like, if I actually watch these races, I probably would win them all, but I'm just impatient at this point, so I just do the view results and all. But yeah, so we're just going to keep trying to train out speed here at the end as much as we can. And that's actually our last training because we're going to have to rest before the finale, before the finals. So let's see what we got here for this one. It's probably going to say I'm like number 5 favorite or something. Number 4. Number 5. Okay, but realistically, we're number 1. We should win. Okay, we got it. And then the finale finals, we're good to go. And as long as we have alarm clocks, even if it gives us that 5%, 10% roll to lose, we can just reset it until we get it. So we got, yep, even if we had the option to train, it wouldn't have really helped here. And then we're going to get some stat gains at the end, but it's not even going to crack 1,000. So right here is a perfect moment to talk about what happened here, right? So the bad luck, right? So I had horrible luck with the actual friendship trainings. I had so many bad friendship trainings and lack thereof. Combined with the sparks I have are not 3 stars. Combined with my support cards are level 25 and 30, and I don't even have some of the what is it, S rank support cards, like highest tier support cards as far as from like a utility standpoint. And so you add in all those things, if all those things I just mentioned, if you accounted for all those things and fixed all those situations, then we'd be at 1,100 speed, 1,100 power right now, trying to get 1,200, 1,200. So like that's where like a perfect visual example of why all those things matter for getting an A rank or something like that. Also, I almost went in here without buying skills. I'm gonna buy this other gold skill. I don't really care about needing the skill for win. There's other skills that would be better for making the odds of winning this go up. And this is something real quick. If you are at this point and your stats suck and you just made it to this point and all you're concerned about is winning this, you can go check it and it'll show you what the weather is and that the terrain is soft, rainy, and it's winter. And then you can go to your skills and these ones like sunny day and competitive spirit and stuff, you can try to get these. So these are particularly good for emergencies in your career mode. If you get to a race that you feel like you're so far behind that you actually can't win, you can spend skill points on one of these if the weather's lined up with whatever race you're think you're going to lose on, in order to try to get enough stats basically to be able to get past it. They're not so great for PvP because you can't control those factors in PvP, so it's inconsistent assistance for PvP, like team trial specifically, but yeah, for career, it's great. So see what I said? No, I was number 9 to win, and I got first. I think realistically, my odds of winning right there were somewhere between 90 and 80%. So, yeah, there we go. That was the URA finale, and you guys can see that's pretty good, pretty easy. Like, that was a pretty, I would say overall, I'd rate that run like a 6 out of 10 on luck. It was like an 8 out of 10 as far as mood effects and illness and stuff. And I would give it about a 5 out of 10 when it comes to friendship trainings and just the alignment of the supports on the different training methods. So we're going to go in here and try to see what other skill to get real fast. I could try to buy 2 to get more stats. And let's do that. Sure, let's do that. That one's 4 hints on it. We're going to go back. So our final stat tally was 949, 946. Not even close to enough for an A. I don't even know if it's enough for a B, because the way the rating works is it's going to be stats that get over 1,000 give bonus points, and we got neither stat went over 1,000, so we probably got B. Yep, there's B. Not even close, unfortunately, to getting 10,000. So this character is kind of rough to get it on, actually. I mean, I've even seen on some of the people who are highest ranked right now when I made this video, and their Haru Urara is like, I don't know, I think like 11,000 and stuff. Like, she's a hard one to get a lot of points on in general, especially because she has like no G1 races that she can participate in. But yeah, so that was a pretty mid run. I've had better ones, and if I was trying to just farm for an A rank and just cheese it, then I would have much rather gone for the speed plus wit strat, because then on a good run like that, you can get 1,200 speed, like 800 to 1000 wit and like 600 power, which is a much better spread for trying to get an A with Haru Urara. But overall, it was a decent run, and we beat it, no problem. And I just wanted to show you guys how to do it, give you a bunch of tips and things of what you're looking for, and just know that most of the time when you don't get an A, like as long as you're doing everything right, like how I was showing you, or whatever variation you want to apply yourself, that it's just going to come down to luck. Like you can put everything in your favor, and you're still going to struggle to get an A, unless of course you have 18 3-star, blue sparks, along with 18 3-star pink sparks, and you have level 50 support cards, and everything. Then yeah, of course you're going to be able to get an A rank. Like I would have gotten an A rank right there if I had all that. And that's why all this stuff matters. That's why you're always trying to build out your sparks, legacies, and just playing the game and slowly getting more cards and get them leveled up and stuff. But yeah, that was Haru Urara. I don't know how to say it fast, man. I hear people who are actually Japanese and they're like Haru Urara. I'm like, I can't do it. But yeah, hopefully I was able to help you guys out somehow. I just want to show you guys all the different builds, how you can, what support cards you can pick for, what your options are, how to make it easier and stuff. That was not an ideal setup that I ran there, but I showed you how easy it can be to take this character through the career, and really good for building sparks. I wasn't even paying attention to what sparks I got with her, but I've already gotten multiple 2-star sparks with this character. She's amazing for farming 2-star sparks, and even 3-star sparks. I just haven't gotten one yet with her because I honestly haven't been playing very much, just making videos and doing other stuff. But that was Haru Urara, and hopefully that helped you out, guys, and hopefully now you have a better idea of how to build this character and win her career mode and get A ranks with her and stuff like that in Uma Musume Pretty Derby.